Hey guys, it's me again, Joseph. Just driving on my way home right now. Sitting in some awful traffic. It's almost 7 o'clock. Well, actually, it's 6:30 right now exactly. I left work about 5:20, so I guess it's not that bad. I'm over here by Montebello. I was at working today in Santa Monica. Only 4 hours, but God, I was drained. I was doing, well, not one-on-one. I was watching two kids pretty much specifically. Kids are little special needs. They have anger issues, so we're outside building sand castles, and they got angry at each other because they weren't doing what they wanted, and they were arguing, so they started throwing cones at each other, and they were about to start throwing blows. And these are like little second grade kids, third grade kids, and they just started cussing at each other and being all crazy. And it's like I have to sit them down, and one runs in one opposite direction, one runs in another, and it's like, man, it drains you out. Those kids are, man, I feel sorry for their parents. And it's funny because when I was in school, I don't remember kids ever being like that bad. Like, I thought I was pretty bad, and I didn't do anything like that. And I wonder, like, what makes the kids like that? And I was talking to my coworker, and I was like, maybe it's just a discipline. Maybe they don't get spanked or something, when they do something wrong, but they're on all kinds of medication and stuff for their anger, and like, wow, that's pretty harsh, and it makes me wonder, so many problems kids could have. And me and my wife want to have a kid within the next year. It's just like, what, man, if I had a kid like that, that'd be really sad, and, well, at least those kids are healthy, besides the fact they have anger issues. And it's so funny how kids that young have such anger issues. They just throw stuff, start screaming, and hit people with stuff. My dad would never let me do anything like that. So, but, well, it's Friday, end of the week. I don't know if I'm going to be working next week, so I might be jobless by next week because it's a new financial year. I'm going to go ahead and I still have to mail that letter to the freaking city so they can revoke my ticket, or I guess a revoke or reverse the charges for my ticket for working, because paying $67 is bullshit for parking at the place I work. And I guess the parking department they're really anal and stupid, and they want us to park 2 blocks away from our work facility to work. I mean, they're so stupid. Who the hell does something that retarded like that? It's just a joke. And it was one of my coworkers' last days working today, so we had a party. We had some food. One of the coworkers I work with, I think the only coworker I have at that facility, cool guy, but he burnt the hell out of the hamburgers. It was like eating charcoal. So yeah, but we had a good time, a good end of the week. Tomorrow, Saturday, we're gonna go to the beach, but I think they're having like a volleyball tournament, so it's gonna be packed. So me and my wife have to wake up really early to get to the beach to make sure that we get a fire pit in Huntington, because they go by pretty quickly. Probably just be me and my wife at first. Maybe my brother-in-law Neto, who you've met in previous videos, will probably be there with us as well. We're gonna probably set up, borrow some tarps and stuff from my sister-in-law, get out there at a pretty good time, just relax. I like being pretty close to the pier, so I can go to the shops and get a beer or something, and drinking on the beach is illegal, but like a lot of people do it. And we brought all kinds of firewood. I still have a bunch of firewood left over from when my mother, so gonna have barbecue and s'mores and just hang out with friends and have a good time. And I really need that. And then Monday I don't think I'm gonna be working, so I'm gonna go back just looking for a lot more jobs. It's like I applied for so many jobs on Indeed, Craigslist, Cal Jobs. You go to city websites, utility company websites, and there's nothing like level entry, or they always want some kind of really, really advanced job, like administrative assistant 3. You must have 7 years of administrative assistance experience. I'm like, fucking answer phones and fax and scan and stupid stuff any kind of idiot would do, but you have to have all this experience, and then you apply and then you don't get the job because you're not qualified. And it's like any kind of a monkey could do that job. So stupid. It's like, why can't you just get one good job? I cannot wait to get one good job where I can just get at least $15 an hour. I miss working at the gas company when I was getting paid $27. But again, those assholes fired me for getting hurt, and that's why I sued them and won, even though it was pennies. But whatever, you can't change anyway. I wouldn't want to go back and change anything, because I did get to meet my wife, and she's awesome, and graduated school and had really cool experiences. So whatever, things happen for a reason. But yeah, I'm really excited to go to the beach and just relax tomorrow. Kind of sad a lot of people are not going to be able to make it. It's so hard getting together with everybody when you're older, and everybody's going to do their own thing. They have their own agenda. Even my little baby brother has a kid now and is married, and they're little kids themselves still, but they're so busy doing their own thing, it's tough. And hopefully I can wake up early. I've been having a lot of trouble waking up early. My dad wants me and my wife to have a kid really bad, so he just actually won a court case because he got hurt at work. And he wasn't one of those guys who did it for fake. He actually got really hurt. My poor pops, And it's so hard seeing a dad that's usually so tough, just so fragile now. And he bought me and my wife, along with my mama-san. Mama-san's my stepmom. I call her mama-san to show respect. I don't know why, I just always call her that. Well, they bought us a new bed from Costco, like a Tempur-Pedic, or I don't know, some kind of foam bed, and it's awesome. I mean, I just lay on it and knock the hell out. And then I bought my wife a foam pillow. She's always complaining about stuff, so about her back and stuff. So we got her the pillow, and she loves it, and it actually feels really good. It actually has like a gel lining on it, so it keeps cool. So when it's cold, it stays cold. It doesn't get really warm, which is awesome. I don't have one yet, couldn't really afford to. Maybe in the future I might get one. My wife, she gets really focused on one thing, so now we have a bed. She wants to get all this stuff for it. She wants to get like this, this waterproof liner and this other foam thing, and it's like, I love my wife so much, but whenever she gets focused on one thing, it has to happen. Like, it has to be her way, or we're gonna get in fights over it. To me, it's like whatever. I mean, I can sleep on a rock and I'll be fine. The only times I've ever had a hard time sleeping is when I was 18. I stayed a couple weeks in Brazil. He's not my uncle anymore. I guess he's my uncle, but my godmother's ex-husband was from Brazil, so my cousins are half Brazilian, and we stayed in Natal for a couple weeks, and I slept in a hammock, and the hammock was awful. My back was hurting me all the time. Actually, I had a bedroom with a bed, but they didn't have screens or anything on the doors, so like at night I would just lay there so sleepy, and I could feel the mosquitoes and bugs just sucking the blood out of my body. It was so awful. Like, it was the worst feeling. Like, just picture yourself laying there with like thousands of bugs all over you, just sucking the blood out of you. And the only room that had air conditioning was my Nina's godmother. Nina is like godmother, I guess, in Spanish. I don't know where it comes from. And my uncle, their room had air conditioning, but I had to sleep in a hammock, and it hurt my back. But other than that, I've never had a lot of trouble sleeping. The bed that we had previously was my grandmother's, who passed away, and I think she had it for probably a couple years, and I had it for like at least 10 years. From when I moved, I think I had it in Arizona. I was probably 13 or 14 years old. I had it in Arizona when I lived up there for like 2 years, and then for at least 10 years when I lived back over here. So it was definitely time. I mean, like, I think one of the boards were broken, and my wife, she hated the bed, so glad my dad was able to help us. I really wanted to buy the bed myself, just buy it for my wife to make her happy, but we couldn't afford it, so my dad bought it, and she's happy, and I was able at least to buy her the pillow. And the pillow was expensive. We bought the pillow at Costco, and it was like $35. It was $35 for the pillow. It came in like this like really high-tech box and wrapper and stuff, and it actually has like its own enclosed like pillowcase, and you put another pillowcase over it, and it's really high-tech. It's really awesome. I really enjoyed it. So it was worth 35 or 40 bucks I paid for it. And then I wanted to fix our bikes for tomorrow to go to the beach, but I wasn't able to go by and repair my wife's tire. She got a flat. And I was supposed to go to the bank today and deposit a check, and I didn't. So I'm gonna get chewed out later. And yeah, And actually today I got really freaked out because yesterday I told you guys I went to Hurricane Harbor and I was with a bunch of little kids, and one of the little kids today called out sick because she had lice, and that was one of the little girls in my group that I was watching, and she's a little clingy girl, so her and a couple other girls were like holding onto my back. We're in the lazy river, so I was like, my coworker's like, you might have lice.